Hello, my Scorpio peeps. How are you? This is a reading for July 2020, and it, of course, is for the collective. So please, if this does not resonate with you personally, move on to another reader. We do our best to pick up the energies of a very large group of people. So not everything is going to speak to you. And I do believe, though, that if you are guided to watch a particular video, there might be a message in there for you. But if there isn't, then there isn't. I'm going to start with the Light Seers Tarot, and we're going to build off of that. I'm not following a particular layout, and I'm not limiting myself to accepting guidance from just one category, like love or career. I'm going with the flow with these readings. So, man, it's like everyone is getting the Wheel of Fortune, which I find so interesting. Every single sign. So we're starting off with the Wheel and the Hierophant. Let me see what else. I'd like to get at least one more overarching energy for the month so that we can build off of this. My Scorpios. Okay, the Eight of Swords. All right. Well, Scorpio friends, you are not unique in the sense that, and I mean that in the kindest way, everybody is coping with major energies. We just came out of 2 eclipses. We're now dealing with Mars being in retrograde, I believe, for, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think 6 months, at least till the end of the year. I'm not an astrologer, but I definitely am sensitive to the energies. I feel it. So I do tune into that stuff and try to keep up as much as I can. But if you want to know all the specific details of what's going on in the skies and why it's influencing everyone right now, definitely tune into a channel of a really good astrologer, because they will get you up to speed. But these things are no joke. I really do believe that they affect us. And also we're contending with that energy and then the energy in the here and now, in reality of our world. COVID-19, civil unrest, protests, political disagreements, and all sorts of craziness is going on. And it's very draining. And it's a very, we always have a little bit of that stuff, but right now it's just super intense, right? I mean, it's been a really intense year, and it doesn't look like it's going to lay off before the end of the year. So it looks like we can just pretty much acquiesce to 2020 being a biatch of a year. Almost every sign that I've read for July has gotten the Wheel of Fortune somewhere in their reading. And a lot of times in the reverse. And what this is simply indicating to me is that all of us are dealing with forces beyond our control that are preventing the natural flow of a cycle to complete itself. And you're starting off with this energy pretty strongly. However, you do have the Hierophant, which, even though this card deals with traditions and ritual and rules and regulations, it's also a card of great wisdom. And Scorpio, you guys, and I know this deep in my bones because I have Scorpio rising, we are intense people, and we are deep. We look at stuff and we really delve into it. And because of that, many Scorpios, because they're willing to question, why am I here? And all those heavier topics, we tend to be a little bit wise from all of that experience and putting ourselves out there to contemplate these bigger issues. So I think that this card is actually part of your energy. I think part of your energy in trying to tackle everything that's going on is, you know, you're trying to see the bigger picture here. You're trying to assimilate, how is this going to affect your world in terms of your traditions and your rituals and your dogma. How is it going to affect you? I also think that you are really in your head these days. And maybe you are doing the very thing that I just said. You're delving into some of these bigger questions because you have the time to. You know, the world has not completely reopened. Well, the country is not completely reopened properly. And maybe you're still spending a lot of time on your own, isolated or in quarantine. And you know, you're thinking a lot about all of these things and feeling a little depressed and trapped by some of it. Let's go a little further and see the specifics of what these energies are bringing into your month here. So now I'm using the Fountain Tarot. Give me guidance for my Scorpios, please. This feels like it needs to be here. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is it's really hard for you right now to see the good in your life. You feel stuck. You feel like emotionally, it's almost like an inertia or a total frustration to the point of like you just want to sit on the couch a lot of the time. You've got the Four of Cups here, and it's in reverse. And as you know, the imagery in this card, archetypally, always shows that one cup is not being noticed or recognized by the individual who appears in the card, which signifies that there's something that you're not seeing. There's a good that you're not seeing. You're only focusing on the lack, but you're not focusing on the positive. So it's not a super worrisome thing for you right now, but it is something to keep in mind. And I think it really just relates to the fact that the world is still on pause. It's really hard to get anything going. You've got also the Two of Wands reversed. This also is, you know, it's a spiritual state of being that I think this card represents for you. It's like you're seeing the future and you're seeing what could manifest for you. But again, you feel like it's just sort of being held in escrow. It's not quite coming to fruition yet. Or your belief about it is not quite strong enough yet. But I really want you to know that this month there will be some sort of collaboration coming your way. I think there will be something quite interesting and fun that will that you will get involved with. And I'd like to throw some cards on this and see exactly what that's going to be. So now I'm going to move to the Muse Tarot, also by Chrisanne. Scorpio, please aspect the Three of Coins, Uh-huh. Okay. Please aspect. Four of Wands and the Two of Wands, please. I mean the Four of Cups and the Two of Wands. Four of Cups and Two of Wands. For my Scorpios for July 2020. What do you have to say? Okay. Again, my goodness, the Wheel of Fortune just shows up all the time. It's driving me nuts. Okay, 2 major arcana cards flipped out, so you know that some of this is out of your control. It's by forces greater than the material world, but I specifically was when the Chariot came out, I was specifically asking about the Three of Coins and whatever this collaboration is, and it's coming in fast, whatever it is, and it's going to be very successful. So there's something interesting happening. It has to do, I think, with some sort of career endeavor. But again, you're sort of still at the mercy of the cycle changing of the business world, of the work world that we all are a part of, kind of coming back to some sort of equilibrium, because it's very thrown off. So this cycle has to happen for you. And it just makes sense, because it's really aspecting these two cards, which are in reverse, which are both which are both you feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit frustrated. I mean, you're starting off with that energy. I wouldn't allow yourself to beat yourself up over all this stuff and get into this woe is me, or maybe it's me kind of thing, because it really isn't you. It really isn't, Scorpio. It's not. I mean, everybody is coping with very similar, very, very, very similar energy. Let's take an animal oracle card and see if we can get even more clarity with that. And then if we have to go back to a deck and throw some more cards out, we will. Because I'm feeling like I want to get a little more detailed for you, if I can, give you some advice from Spirit about how to kind of cope with the month. So, okay, well, this is such good advice for you. Hummingbird Spirit, be here now. The only way that you can remain sane this July is to live in the present. Don't allow yourself, again, it's kind of like, it's sort of confirming my prior warning of don't allow yourself to get caught up in your own perception of being stuck. Because even though literally you are a little stuck, because everybody is, but it's not real in the sense that it's not you. You didn't do anything wrong. You're not being lazy or not working hard enough, even though you may feel like you want to be a couch potato these days. It's normal. So just try to be present. Just try to show up and shut up. I hate to say it like that, but that's what they're telling me. Show up and shut up. It's kind of like, don't let the chatter of your monkey mind get you down or make you become a drama king or queen about any of this stuff, because it's out of your control. Let's see if there's anything else they want to tell you. They have a sense of humor. Okay, they do have more to tell you. Well, they're saying that your good is coming in when the time is right. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. You will know when it's right, because you will get a clear sign that it's time now to pick the fruit from the tree. You'll know when to act and when to take action on this new endeavor that you're collaborating on. And it may bring you some unexpected romance. There may be somebody in this collaboration that becomes more than just a collaborator for you. In the very least, if it doesn't have any relation to romance, it definitely means that there will be a kismet between you and the people you're collaborating with, or the person. If it's just one individual, there will be a really nice chemistry between the two of you, and you will accomplish a lot together. Okay, so don't worry about any of these reversals. Really, there's so many reversals coming out right now just because the energy is just a little bit stuck for everyone. But, you know, I don't see anything here to be concerned about. I think it's a really great read, Scorpio. And if it resonates with you, do let me know in the comments below. I wish you the most awesome July 2020. Relax, enjoy yourself, be here now, be present, and, you know, free your mind. Okay? All right, you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.